What's up, everybody? This is your girl CK the Poet playing Call of Duty World War II on the Xbox One X. Wish I could bring it to you in 4K, but my laptop can't process it, so 1080p it is. But, you know, I'll do a lot of different videos. This will be my first time doing videos, you know what I mean? That shows the whole game all the way through. And I'm not going to lie to you, these two matches are not good representations of how I play. But I decided to use them just to, hey, show you that I'm not a beast. I don't put in work all the time. You know, I mostly put in work. But we're playing hardcore ground war. This match we get stumped. I'm not gonna lie. The people that we're playing against, I actually know them. Pretty much all of them. The people I'm playing with on my team, kind of just met them that week, trying to get that team cohesion down. And a lot of them ended up quitting by the time we go to the second match where we're playing against the same people. It's gonna look like we're gonna lose that one too. But we're still going to be playing ground war, but that one's going to be TDM. So, with that being said, I got some stuff that I want to say about Call of Duty World War II. I've been meaning to do this video for the longest, and I plan on doing another video as well, where, you know, I talk about other various topics. But this one, I'm going to talk about the good and the bad with Call of Duty World War II. And it's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. And I think it's good that people have opinions, whether it's positive or how some people would say negative. Really, I think it's just your opinion. You know, if everybody agreed to everything, nothing would ever progress. It would just be the same. So, Call of Duty World War II. We're gonna start with the bad. I was not gonna get this game. You know what I mean? I think I saw the reveal trailer at E3 and whatnot, but I wasn't impressed. I pretty much was done with Call of Duty by the time Infinite Warfare came around. You know, they were in the future, wall running, and they brought the gun variants back. And then I'm like, I kind of had a love and hate relationship with the gun variants back in Advanced Warfare. So I had already made my mind up that I was not getting Infinite Warfare. That was just something that I already made my mind up on that one. You know, Black Ops 3, you know, after experiencing that, and I didn't really care for Black Ops 3. It's just once they just basically copied them, I just couldn't deal with it. I just was like, I'm not playing this. I ended up trying the game out like almost a year later, didn't like it, returned it. So I was pretty much done with Call of Duty. I was playing Battlefield 1, I was playing Paladins, I was playing all these different games. You know, I was playing Rainbow Six Siege. I was playing the Terror something like crazy, but I had to stop playing that because of the team killing. We would do a video about that another time. But Call of Duty World War II. What made me get this game? I believe a lot of people started leaking gameplay about this game a few days before the game was going to release. And the guns, that's what got me. If you want to get a player like me to play your game, show off your guns to me. Show off your game modes to me. That's how you get me to play your game. Of course, the graphics have to be on point. And I know you're going to see me playing like utter trash in these game modes, but it was some serious lag going on too, despite the fact I was 3-barring, but I just dealt with it. Whatever. And sometimes I was just straight up missing people too as well, but you'll see some better gameplay later on in the future. But back to Call of Duty World War II. Dear God. When this game, right before it came out, I saw all that gameplay of all these cool guns. I was like, oh shoot, I might actually like this game. But I'm like, I know I'm not gonna like this division system, so I shouldn't get it. But I was like, you know what? I'll get it. I'm gonna get it. So I got it. And at launch, oh my God, I almost regretted my purchase. This game had so many issues at launch. It had map exploits. You know, it had severe networking issues. You know, the map exploits weren't fixed till like a month or so later. You know, and of course on top of that, you know, Sledgehammer is using the same multiplayer gaming code as Treyarch, so that time to kill is long. You know, the hit detection is off. You know, so you have to play hardcore. That's why all my game modes, all the games that you're gonna see me playing of Call of Duty, they're gonna be hardcore. You know, I just can't stand taking, you know, 10 or more bullets to kill one person. You know, it's ridiculous. And you know, that's another thing that I can't stand about games when it comes to Treyarch and Sledgehammer with this long ass time to kill. I don't care if people are complaining about it online. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't take this long to kill somebody, man. It takes way too long. So, oh, I have to be forced to use the same noobish you know, cheap OP weapons that everybody else is using, or I have to use extended mags and, you know, advanced rifling. I think that's stupid. Like, I miss them days back in the Call of Duty, like MW3 and Ghost, where you could just play whatever you want. You could play whatever gun you want and still put in work. Because that time to kill was quick. Headshots mattered. In these last few Call of Duties, including this one, headshots don't matter. You know, like, there's already lag, and, you know, and there's already hit detection issues, and then there's already lag compensation. Hey, you know, let's make it harder to kill people. But I digress. Back to Call of Duty World War II. What other issues did we have at launch? So, because the time to kill was so long and I had to play hardcore, even though I can play core, I just choose not to, because I'm not finna be forced to play the same weapons or the same attachments just to do good. I had to play hardcore. So, everybody, all they wanted to play was TDM. And I'm like, yo, like, they need to add some more game modes. I'm like, if they don't add my favorite game mode, hardcore kill confirm, I'm trading this game in. And thank goodness, you know, it was leaked that they were going to add hardcore kill confirm like at the end of December, so it ended up coming in the middle of January. But nobody wanted to play domination because for some odd reason, this lovely developer decided that it was a smart idea to drop domination from 100 points a kill to 50 points a kill. Don't know what possessed them to do that. Wasn't very smart. I don't care what the reason was. Then they tease us by giving us a game mode where we play domination 75 points a kill and 100 points a kill, and then do a poll to see what everybody wants, and everybody votes for 100 points a kill, and then they still give us 75 points a kill for domination. Like, y'all can keep doing that if you want to. Keep not listening to the people that spend money on your game, because they will stop buying your game. A real gamer, a fanboy will keep buying your game no matter what. That's what fanboys do. Fanboys, they'll keep buying Call of Duty every year, keep buying Battlefield every year, keep buying Madden every year, no matter what they do to the game. But a gamer, they're going to say, hey, you know what? I love your game, but y'all doing some stuff in it this year that I'm not feeling. I'm not finna support this. You know, but with that being said, you know, they ended up adding hardcore kill confirm. Hooray. Like, I still get hit markers in hardcore. You know, you're going to see me lag a couple of times throughout these matches. You know, and your girl right here using her favorite gun, that M38. That's one thing I do like. Which, I'll save that, the likes, for the end. But we're going to stick with the dislikes for right now, because I want to get all the negative stuff off my chest. You know, when this game came out, it didn't have a whole lot of guns. Like, I was hyped for the guns, because when I was seeing the guns, I was like, oh, these guns look like they're going to be good. And then I get the game, and I'm like, this is all the guns? That's it? No, this is the first time in Call of Duty where they give us less and expect us to get more later. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. I don't like that they played that kind of model with us. Oh, let's give them less maps. Let's give them less weapons. Let's give them the shitty maps on top of that. You know what I mean? And then put the good maps behind DLC. Then put the good weapons behind loot boxes. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So now that you've experienced this shitty game here, and the past shitty games with all that futuristic stuff, when they finally give you the game that you actually want, the Call of Duty that you actually want, shoot, they can put whatever they want in the game. They can give you as less guns and maps as you want. You'll just be happy because it's boots on the ground. And that's what I feel like happened with this game. Just because it was boots on the ground, everybody was willing to tolerate all the bullshit that was going on in this game. And I'm going to tell you about it. We're going to go down the list. All these maps are bad. There's not one map. This is the first Call of Duty I ever played where I do not like none of the maps. There are some maps that are more tolerable than others, but all these maps are bad. Even the DLC maps, they're nothing but camp fest, head glitching, spawn trapping maps. That's all they are. They're designed that way. It's like they designed these maps to be that way for some odd reason. Which, hey, you know, whatever. So, some more lovely things to say about this lovely, lovely company. Why they decided to buff the Lmgs, that was stupid. You know what I mean? I know people didn't use Lmgs a lot in the past because they were slow. They had a slow aim down sight time. They had a mobility restriction to them. But that was good because now that you buffed the Lmgs, people use nothing but Lmgs now. Trust me, if you're going up against, you know, some players that are just wrecking your team, I guarantee you that they're using LMGs with FMJ and extended mags. So guess what you have to do? play like a hole like them. Use FMJ, extended mags, LMGs. It don't even have to be the best LMG. It could be the worst LMG and you'll still be overpowered. The pistols are also overpowered in this game as well, even for core. And I hope in future Call of Duties that they don't make the pistols so overpowered, because that has been a problem in this Call of Duty, or shoot, the last few Call of Duties for that matter. Like, people shouldn't be running around with pistols as their main, and that's just real talk. What else would we like to say about this lovely game? So far as Call of Duty World War II goes, there's also the lovely issue of the level 1000 glitch. Everybody should be familiar with it by now, because a lot of people starting to hit level 1000. But this has been an issue since the beginning of the game, since the game first came out in November 2017. And once someone hit a level 1000, you know, they were experiencing, basically, it felt like a lag switch, but everybody was feeling it. Every time they went on a streak or got a couple of kills, it started to make the game lag, which basically was a frame rate, like, kind of glitch. Frame rate kind of lag, kind of, sort of. But it basically felt like a lag switch. But it happened to everybody. So basically these level 1000s, they had to either just not play the game or make a new account. And these gamers were not compensated for their gaming experience being ruined by this developer. And they have the audacity to keep putting these loot boxes in the game. They have the audacity to basically not be transparent with their loot boxes. And all these people are using real money to buy them. And they're purposefully taking out variants and didn't tell people for like the longest. They were shady with it though, you know. And another thing as well, this is probably going to be one of the last few things that I'm going to say about this game that I didn't like. I'm probably missing something, but I didn't like that they added game modes that everybody wanted and then took them away. Like, your game is failing, your game is suffering, people is talking shit about your game. You actually add something to your game that people like and want, demolition, and then you take it away. Why? For what good reason? It made no sense. I actually enjoyed playing core because of demolition. Took it away, never brought it back. Then they add ground war, and I don't think we've ever had a hardcore ground war. Maybe in one Call of Duty that I'm probably forgetting, but to my knowledge, we haven't had a hardcore ground war. You know what I mean? I was ecstatic for that. I loved it. I love ground war. Love ground war. Missed ground war, and then they took it away. And then they brought it right back because they realized they were about to make the same mistake that they did with demolition. You know, there's probably one more thing that I'm forgetting to say that's negative about this game, but I'm going to move on to the positives because this video is almost done. I love the guns. That's one thing I would definitely say about this game. Love the guns. Like a lot of their newer camos that they've been adding, you know, like the weapon charms. And I like the whole, like, I guess paint shop thing where you can kind of like make your own little camo for your gun, even though I don't use that feature because I'm too lazy to sit there and make my own. You know, I don't like that you can't share it. Like, what if you really like something that your best friend did and you want to put it on your gun too? Or maybe somebody made it for like the clan or something like that. You know, a camo for your gun that's for the clan. Why can't they share that with the rest of their clan? But I digress. You know, and they really do need to curb really heavy on the people using emblems in the paint shop to depict overly sexualized content and racist content. Like, it is out of control. It was out of control on Black Ops and it's out of control on here too, definitely. You know, but why did I play this game for so long? Honestly, if I'm being honest, it was the guns. It was the guns. You know, it was the guns and the fact that this is the closest thing that I can get to a modern shooter when it comes to Call of Duty. And I just hadn't played Call of Duty in so long and I missed playing Call of Duty. Didn't want to go back to play the older ones because of, you know, hackers. So this is what I had to resort to. The only other thing that I'll probably say about this game that's negative but also positive is when this game first came out, they were really restricting players. Oh, let's make these divisions. Let's have these basic trainings. Let's get rid of perks. Sorry, perks was more superior than divisions, and the pick 10 system was even better. And guess what? With Ghost Pick 15, they took it a step further. You know, and with them restricting us so much by saying, oh, you have to use airborne to use a silencer, but oh, it's only on the SMGs. Guess what? If you want to hold your breath with a sniper rifle, which why would it matter if you're using a different division to hold your breath while using a sniper rifle? Guess what? You can only use that in the mountain class. You know, And what I don't like about it is it forces people to use certain classes that they don't want to use, forces people to play a certain way that they don't want to play. And with the April 2018 update, hey, that was a definite good thing to bring. They should have had that at launch. They made the game playable. They made the game fresh when they did that. And they finally fixed that level 1000 glitch in May of 2018. Should have been fixed at launch. You know, and that's what kind of brought me back to the game and kind of made me play it so long, is because I really liked the guns. I really liked the customization. Really liked the overhaul that they did back in April. I'm actually really excited for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. A lot of the original devs came back to the game. Excited about that. You know, Black Ops 4, I'm not gonna lie, not too excited about that, but I am excited for that Battlefield 5 though. But stay tuned to my next videos. Definitely. Peace.